saya ke Banjarmasin. Saya hanya bisa bekerja sedikit bahasa Indonesia, jadi saya akan berbicara perlahan dengan slide saya dalam bahasa Inggris. Religions and climate change. So, Rembrandt, Dutchman, famous painting, Jesus, still the storm, he made the sea calm. So, religion and climate, long time, this topic. In 2024, many religious leaders attend climate conference in Dubai. This year very cold, like snow. In Europe, US now, Australia, Japan, Korea, Chile, Antarctica, really cold. But they need to talk about global warming. All fly on small plane, private plane. A lot of CO2 for this conference. And they discuss post-colonial stealing of land, Africa, Indonesia, to make carbon credit. So for me, what is this really about? Many years I wrote a book and it's too loud. Let's turn it down. Many years I wrote a book on religion and climate, like this book. I believe Christian, Muslim have duty to God and creation to stop climate pollution. I campaign for graduates to stop investing in coal, oil, gas, and promote renewable energy. But I believe the science that I read. I don't believe it anymore because the planet now getting colder, not warmer. There is no climate emergency. It's propaganda by the puppet masters. This is the temperature. Temperature of this planet Earth. It's German, but the temperature going back 500 million years. In the beginning, very hot. And then slowly getting colder. Yeah? Now colder. That's why we've got ice. Ice in Arctic. Ice in Antarctica. Ice. We are in an ice age. The Earth is not too hot. It's crazy. The temperature not going up is pretty stable. Bali, Georgia right now, I just came from there, cold, not hot. Sea level rise. This sea level go up. Sea level go up. Sea level go down. Up, down. It's normal. Right now, you can see it was going up in the 1990s. From 2010, it started to come down again. Tropical storm. Google say more storm everywhere from climate change. ChatGPT saying all propaganda. Internet control. The truth is no more storm now than normal. There's nothing special happening to the climate. There is no climate emergency. This is data on drought. They say we're running out of water from the sun to what? It's not true. The worst drought was in 98. Since then, there's been no big problem with drought globally. And even then, there's just one peak year. That was the hottest year of the last 50 years, and since then, it's cooling down. But American magazine say planet burning up, but it's not. There are fewer fires now than before. The worst one was 98, 99 in Borneo, in Sumatra. So terrible fire, but since then not so much. And it's going down now. This is the fires index. You can see it's going down. Since 2000, the worst 2005. Snow. They say no more snow, no more skiing. I like skiing. So I went skiing in Alps in France in March. No snow, no problem. Snow everywhere. The snow coming up again. It went down, but now it's going up again. Australia right now, Japan, Korea, lot of snow this year, right now. Polar bear. They say polar bear extinct, Al Gore. Inconvenient truth. Now we've got 40,000 polar bears. So 5,000 in 1950, 30,000 in 2015, now 40,000. The sea ice also coming back. Antarctica, Arctic. So I studied the science. Why they make it look like it's hotter? Then I found that in 1989, NASA, American Scientific Agency, and British government, weather office, we call it Met Office, they make a decision together to exclude 5,000 temperature data sets. 5,000. They leave only 1,000. 1,000 left. Only 1,000. Half of the remaining station, weather station, temperature record on airport. Airport is hot. Hamas. Why? Concrete. Heat island. No trees. So, sun come down, temperature go up. Yeah, there's no shade on the airport. So the global temperature record that they put in newspaper, they put in media, they put in YouTube, they put in scientific paper, is from airports. No record from Arctic, no record from Antarctica, no record from Himalaya, no record even from the biggest mountain here in Indonesia, like here in Indonesia. So, Mount Kinabalu, yeah, I've been there. So, they manipulate the temperature data to make it look hotter when it's not really getting hotter. They say that climate causing financial problem. But it's not in the data. Climate losses as a percent of global GDP are no higher now than 30, 40 years ago. They say we're running out of food because of climate change. Every year until now, we're making more food, growing more food globally. It's no climate crisis. All the major crops, the yield is going up, not down. Here in Indonesia, fossil fuel, they call it fossil fuel, somehow oil and gas, Actually, it's rock oil that comes from under the ground. It mixed with water and rock, but these fuels have reduced mortality in Indonesia from 1950s. The longevity was average 50. Now it's over 70, around 72, 73. This is because of abundant, cheap energy. That's what makes people live longer. You have better services, you can refrigerate food, you can transport food to places where you need it, water, people live longer, not shorter lives. Global death from disaster this century go down and down and down. Fewer died from natural disaster in 2020 than any time in the last 100 years. But media story about disaster everywhere in this newspaper, so we think more disaster, more dying, no, less dying. And from climate-related deaths went almost to zero. Why? Because human beings use concrete, steel, coal, oil, gas to create infrastructure to protect from climate. It's the opposite of what they say. But in my country and in Europe, price of oil, gas, coal, electric go like this 5 times in 5 years, up 500%. So economists found more people die from cold in winter in 2022 because they cannot afford heating in Europe. In my country, in 2023, the government is making my fellow countrymen poor with carbon tax, biofuel tax, solar tax on energy. Even here in Indonesia, but I mean, went up in price during COVID. But not as much as in. Most people in the world die in the winter because it's colder. Cold is the biggest threat to long life, not hot. It's just always been the case. That's why human beings rather live in warm place than cold place. We don't live in North Pole. But many people in Banjarmasin, I see that. CO2. When I breathe out, I produce CO2. Breathe in, oxygen, breathe out, CO2. My Honda PCX also breathe out CO2. The plant eat CO2. So, why the CO2 plant get bigger? Bizarre. They like it. CO2 is a plant fertilizer. All of the species in Borneo, you have so many species living in Borneo. I see an elephant here, pygmy elephant, in Selatan. They come from carbon-rich soil, carbon-rich atmosphere, warmth and sunlight. They don't come from a cold place. No species living in Antarctica. Human being add little bit CO2 to the atmosphere. It maybe increase heat energy from the sun around 4 watts from 500 on every square meter. So that's less than 1%. It's not enough to change the climate. Historically, temperature go up, CO2 go down or up. CO2 is not causing, historically, temperature change. From the beginning, not enough CO2 for life. Now, more CO2. If CO2 dropped below 250, not enough for plant and animal to grow. We're only at 420. The time when most species developed, in the tertiary period, there was over 1,000 parts per million CO2. So I started to study alternative climate science. I realized I'm being lied to by NASA, by the UK Meteorological Office, by ChatGPT and Google and Time Magazine and Jakarta Post. So I think I better look to some other science. And I found new study of temperature. This is observed temperature, not model. This is from ice core and Greenland, from caves, from tree rings. And they find Earth temperature in the last 2,000 years. We go down. Jesus is born around 0 on this map. And then the temperature went up. This is the Roman warm period. Roman Empire expanded. Then temperature go down. Roman Empire collapsed. Europe went into what we call Dark Ages. Then from 500 to 1000, it get warmer again. Islam expanded in that period. The Middle East grew, the culture of Arabia grew, and Europe grew, built big cathedral. We call it medieval warm period. It influenced Islam, spread of Islam. It influenced spread of Catholicism in Europe. Because when climate warmer, empire grew, civilization grew. When climate colder, civilization grew. So, religion and climate, yes. The Prophet and his teaching benefit from a warmer climate and how to spread the message. So, religion and climate, wrong relationship. Then, from medieval warfare, get colder again. 1500, really cold. And not really warm up until 1990s again. The same as the time of the expansion of the Arab Empire in 1000. So now it's going down again. Okay? It's over. It's going to get colder. Now empire decline. Look at the United States. It's declining. That's why they fight all these wars in Israel and Taiwan, wherever they want to fight, because they know they're losing. So they keep fighting to distract us. They are declining. But they benefit from the war. So the Britain will also decline. But you can see it's cyclical. Where do the cycles come from? Well, I'm going to skip a bit of this, it's too much good data. So, in this paper, aspects of solar variability and climate response, the scientists clearly correlate solar activity, ice age, and warm period. That's why the great civilizations all reach their zenith in times when there's more solar energy warming the Earth. Egypt, Persia, Rome, Christianity, Israel, all of them grew in the warm times, in shrunk in the cold times. Again, you can see the cyclical movement there. This is solar temperature record. And here you can see the cause, sunspots. When the sun more active, Earth is hotter. When sun less active, Earth is colder. This is from my country, England. Temperature record. So we've been really, really cold for 300 years. And then it just get a little bit warmer now. The government complained, charged a lot of money for energy. It's nothing to do with us. And now it's getting colder again. I've just been there, it was really cold. You see the size of the earth, and you see the size of the sun. And we're not that far from the sun. And look at this explosion. In the active time, explosion like that hit the earth with plasma. That warms up the earth. And we've known this for thousands of years. The ancient Greeks studied sunspot. And they discover when low sunspot, more cloud, meant more rain. But also when you get big sunspot and explosion, cloud disappear, you get hotter. So two processes from the sun influence the earth. What influences the sun? The planets. Saturn and Jupiter. Their orbits around the sun influence the sun. They're cyclical orbits, so sometimes the sun's hotter, sometimes colder, depending on the orbit of the other planets. Now, all the ancient civilization studied stars. India, Maya, Egypt, Turkey. This is Göbekli Tepe. 12,000-year-old monument. All of them oriented towards the sun. In Java, Borobudur, Gunung Padang show knowledge of the stars in their order, in their arrangement and orientation. Why are our ancestors obsessed with the stars? Mahabharata, the Greek myth, the Bible, we talk about the war in heaven between the sky gods and the heavenly beings, Noah, Brahm, Allah, Satan, and Satan, as the Bible puts in Satan. These are said to impact humans. In Thailand, they have these like comets on the edge of all their planets. The ancients knew that the sun and the stars influence the climate of the earth. Muslims map Ramadan onto the lunar year. So it's always changing compared to the Western calendar. So the Christian map Easter onto the lunar year. So the Balinese map Nipi. All of the old religions, they map their ceremony onto the stars. So they know. They know. Religion and climate is connected. God and climate are connected. But not like the propaganda we get from America now. Because climate science says the sun is our enemy. If God is light, Allah is light, and it says in the Quran, God is light, and in the Bible, God is light, then they're making God our enemy. You see, it's atheist. Climate science is atheist. But who benefits and why? The biggest funder of climate science is Rockefellers. Rockefellers and Rothschilds own all the banks, all the big banks in the world, most of the oil and gas. I discovered Rothschild recently opened a nickel factory here in Indonesia. They use climate science to control us and to increase their profits. And they use climate computer models to make it look like the temperature's going up. But the computer models and the real world do not match. They keep telling us tomorrow is going to be a catastrophe. Stop having children. Stop riding a motorbike. Turn off the refrigerator. Don't have electric light if you live in Africa. Save the planet. No. It's about the rich and their control of us. The last big climate emergency was the Noah flood. Many texts about Noah in the Quran, historian, Bible authors. There's been no climate emergency since Noah flood. When the Noah flood came, Banjarmasin underwater. You can see it further back. It will be underwater. It's not been underwater since. The more extreme climate emergency took place 13,000 years ago. It's called the Younger Dry Ice. Scientists still don't know what caused it. Some think maybe a solar explosion, but they don't know. Another discovered a big crater in Greenland. Maybe dust from that crater cooled the planet. But the cold killed nearly all humans, killed mammoths, elephants. I finish now with 3 slides. This is from the Bible. Jesus predicted the end of the world. He said the temple will fall down. It's a big building. It says it's going to fall down. Many of the signs at the end are geophysical. He says you should flee to the mountain. Why? Presumably because it's a flood. If you're on the housetop, don't go back. There will be suffering in those days. The sun will be darkened. The moon will not give light. The stars will fall from heaven. The powers of the heavens will be shaken. This, to me, sounds like a geophysical event. And then look at the Quran. Two surahs. I'm sorry, what translation? But this is a translation of Surah Al-Tafri. And it says, when the sun is folded up, the sun might go over, when the stars are scattered, when the mountains move, when the 10-month pregnant camel is abandoned, when the seven beasts are brought together in one place by a flood, when the seas shall be set boiling, when the souls shall be rejoined with their bodies. ... Then all men's deeds be unfolded, because they'll meet their Maker. Judgment. And heaven is laid bare, and hell is stoked, and paradise will be known. So the Quran sees catastrophe as coming, and it's from the heavens. The last one. This is Surah Al-Muhammad. When the sky breaks apart, when the stars fall scattering, when the seas erupt, then the rains are scattered. The soul will know, karma, in other words, what it is put forth and cut back. All humankind was deceived you concerning the Lord of temples. Who created you, proportionate you, and balanced you? So every year when you choose Ramadan, you look for a new moon. My advice is look more often. What is coming will come from the heavens. It's not going to come from the murder. Thank you very much.
Oke, mari kita beri apresiasi untuk